Welcome, fellow dog lovers, to Canine Dog Talk. You know, our dogs are our absolute best friends, but have you ever gotten the feeling they're living in a completely different world? Well, guess what? They are. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the incredible secret senses that make them so special. So, let's kick things off with a question I know every single one of you has asked. You're just chilling on the couch, the house is quiet, and then boom, your dog just explodes, barking at what looks like absolutely nothing. But here's the secret. It is never, ever nothing. You see, your dog is tuned into a reality that we can't see, hear, or feel. They're picking up on a whole hidden world. In this explainer, we're going to decode that mystery. We're diving into the 11 strange things your dog can sense that you can't. And trust me, you are going to want to stick around to the end because the last one, it's a little scary. All right, let's jump right in. Kicking things off at number 11, let's talk about your dog's almost magical built-in GPS. It sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but scientists believe your dog can actually sense the Earth's magnetic field. It's like they have an invisible compass in their brain. Ever notice your dog spinning in a circle before, doing their business? Well, they might actually be lining themselves up with the planet's north-south axis. It's wild, and it probably explains their incredible, almost legendary ability to find their way home. Okay, coming in at number 10, this one explains why your dog is so much more confident than you are during that late-night walk in the dark. Your dog's night vision isn't just a little better than ours. It's a legitimate superpower. It's all thanks to this special mirror-like layer in their eyes called the tapetum lucidum. Basically, it acts like a light booster, grabbing every little bit of light and giving their eyes a second chance to see it. That's how they can spot a tiny mouse in near total darkness while we're just trying not to walk into a wall. Moving right along to number 9. Now this one is truly mind-bending. It reveals a secret layer of reality that only your dog can see. So forget that old myth about dogs only seeing in black and white. Turns out they can see in the ultraviolet spectrum, something completely invisible to human eyes. What does that mean? It means their world is filled with secret patterns. A flower that looks plain yellow to you might be a glowing, patterned landing strip to them. And yeah, that carpet you just cleaned, to your dog, it might still look like a roadmap of every old stain and animal trail. All right, let's talk about the hidden sounds all around us with number 8. This is another one of those big reasons your dog seems to be reacting to thin air. Their hearing is just on another level. They can pick up super high-frequency sounds that are totally silent to us. Things like a dog whistle, the quiet hum of your electronics, or the tiny squeak of a mouse hiding in the wall. So next time your dog's ears suddenly perk up and they stare at a blank wall, they're not crazy, they're just listening to a private concert you weren't invited to. Okay, before we continue, I'd love to hear from you guys. What's the most surprising thing your dog has ever done? Did they ever sense something that just completely baffled you? Drop your story in the comments below. I'd love to read them. All right, let's get back into it with number 7. This one explains why you can never, and I mean never, sneak a treat past your dog, no matter how quiet you think you are. Think of your dog's brain as having a built-in high-tech motion detector. They are absolute masters at picking up on the tiniest movements. That little shift in your posture when you decide to get up, the almost invisible twitch of your hand as it reaches for the cookie jar. Oh yeah, they see it. They see everything. It's also what makes them so brilliant at reading our body language. Coming in at number 6 is something I find truly beautiful. It's all about how deeply our dogs are connected to our emotions. This is just one of the most incredible parts of our bond with them, isn't it? They are so tuned in to how we feel. They don't just hear the sadness in your voice. They see the way your shoulders slump. They can even smell the tiny chemical changes your body releases when you're stressed or happy. They're basically walking four-legged emotional support systems. Number 5 is yet another superpower, and this one makes your dog the undisputed champion of cuddle companions, especially when you're feeling sick. So this is a cool holdover from their hunting ancestors. Dogs have this amazing ability to sense radiating body heat. Think of it like a kind of thermal vision. It helps them find the coziest spot on the couch, for sure, but it also helps them find you. Ever wonder why your dog becomes your shadow when you have a fever? That's why. They can feel that extra heat your body is giving off and are drawn to it. And now for number 4. Look, sensing heat is impressive, but it's got nothing on the power of their most famous, most legendary sense, their incredible nose. A dog's sense of smell is so powerful, it's almost impossible for us to imagine. They can literally smell your emotions. When you're scared or excited, your body releases chemical signals called pheromones, and your dog smells them loud and clear. It's why they seem to just know who to trust. This amazing nose can even pick up on the subtle scent changes in our bodies, caused by things like pregnancy or certain illnesses. It's a window into a world of secrets.
Let's move on and bust a huge myth with number 3. This is one that people get wrong all the time.
So that old idea that dogs only see in black and white, it is completely false. Their world absolutely has color. It's just a different palette from ours. They see the world in beautiful shades of blue and yellow plus grays. So here's a pro tip for you. Next time you're buying a toy for your dog, pick something bright blue or yellow. It'll really pop for them.
Okay, on to number 2. This is where we get into what really feels like a legitimate sixth sense.
Has your dog ever started acting anxious and weird for no reason, only for a massive thunderstorm to roll in an hour later? Well, here's how they knew. They can hear infrasound, these super low-frequency vibrations that travel through the air and ground. We can't hear them at all, but your dog can. They're hearing the Earth's secret warnings about things like storms and even earthquakes long before we have a clue.
And finally, here it is, the one you've been waiting for. The strange, the mysterious, and yes, the kind of spooky number 1.
So, this is the ultimate question, isn't it? Do dogs see ghosts? Now, while there's no scientific proof, we've all heard the stories, right? A dog growling at an empty corner or barking at a space where no one is. The logical explanation is probably a combination of all their super senses. The high-frequency hearing, the UV vision, the incredible nose. They let them pick up on tiny drafts, faint sounds, and weird smells we totally miss. So whether it's paranormal or just physics, they are definitely sensing something we can't.
So, what you should really take away from all this is that the next time you see your dog acting strange, remember, they're not. They're just being perceptive. They have a window into a hidden reality, hearing the planet's warnings and literally feeling our emotions.
And that leads to the most important piece of advice. Trust your dog. Pay attention to what they're trying to show you. When they stare at that empty corner, get curious. Don't just dismiss it. Their incredible senses don't just make them your best friend. They make them your best guide to the unseen world all around us. If you found this as fascinating as I did and you want to understand your best friend on an even deeper level, please make sure you subscribe to K9 Dog Talk for more explainers just like this one. Thanks so much for watching.